Was it truly blessed and the taste of it poisoned deeper than you knew? Kindly answer this. What's the point of it? Just to reach new heights of blue. So I'm pulling the anchor and drifting away, blinded by reason beyond disarray. It's what fire cannot burn. It's what
Do it again.
fire cannot burn. Wanted to embrace what it takes for it, pouring something to the wound, willing to erase what I'd lose for it to.
All right. Joe, we got way too much going on tonight to drag on the theme song. As much as I love the theme song, we are just so packed full of excitement tonight. We got to get cracking. So let's cut the fellas off. That is, of course, the theme song "What Fire Cannot Burn," and the band is St. Ricketts. You can find them at www.saintricketts.com. The whole word Saint, S-A-I-N-T. Am I too close? Sorry. There we go. saintricketts.com. Jewel really hates being in 3D. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It is Wednesday night. It's a little past 8 o'clock, and it is time for a brand new 100% live episode of The Yo Show.
Ew!
Yo, that was an awesome one, Jewel. That was a big loud one. I love it. I am Jeff the Shark Perini, coming to you live. With me, as always, she is the co-hostess with the mostest. She is the sister from another mister, and I'll be goddamned if she isn't the #1 most beautiful face in all of pod/webcast. Amazing Jewel Tatey, ladies and gentlemen. Jewel, good evening.
Good evening, Jeff. How are you doing?
I'm doing fantastic. How are you doing tonight?
Man, just trying to get cozy.
I hear you.
For our show.
Yeah,
Just
man.
power.
It is snowy. It is cold. I did the show promo at 7 o'clock outside in the snow, and a lot of people watched me freeze my tuchus off.
I didn't see that. Oh, I have to
You
go back
didn't
and watch.
Yes, oh, man.
I don't watch this shit.
Thank you. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Remember, that's Jewel Tatey at the YoShow215 at gmail.com. Send your hate mail. Tremendous show tonight. But before we get into anything this evening, big thanks to last week's guest, one of our absolute favorites, making his 4th appearance, Brandon Messon, ladies and gentlemen. Big thank you to Brandon. And he was, Brandon is just awesome, man. We love him. And more great music. He's doing like a radio tour, and he's been on what, like 20 radio shows in like a month?
He's killing it. Yeah, and he's going all the way, I think, until after the new year. So Brandon is just plugging away as always. He is always working, that dude. And, you know, he's got the album coming out next summer. I'm so excited for him. Thank you again for letting us be a part of your journey, Brandon, because you're amazing. If you haven't seen him live, go out and see him when, you know, everything opens up next summer. Next summer is going to be great, I feel.
We certainly hope so. Julie Hartman, Hulk. Julie Hartman. Watch. Thank you, Julie. We love you. Thank you for tuning in tonight. Got a lot of people already tuning in and commenting and liking and wow facing and the whole 9 yards. That's great stuff. Speaking of young, great artists, Jewel Tatey, we have another one tonight, and somebody right out my backyard, right up here in Bucks County, PA. Jewel is sitting home. I'm folding laundry. I'm bored out of my mind, and I'm on Facebook, and a friend of mine posted this video, and he says, watch this young man shred. And I did. I'm like, wow, amazing. Right out, my wife, hi, honey. Right out in the parking lot, Jewel, just jamming for people, for onlookers. And I'm like, you know what? I got to get up there. I got to meet this young man. I got to ask him what's come on the show. His name is Michael Branigan, Jewel, and he'll be with us in about 15 minutes, maybe a little bit more. He's actually early. He's backstage. He's kind of fiddling with his guitar a little bit. We're excited to talk to him. Jewel, 17 years old, super musician. I know you've been checking it out. I have watched the video probably 1,000 times.
That's so exciting. And that's what we love to do here is find local artists. And this is super local. It's right in our backyard. Young man, he's my niece's age, from the same town. So it's awesome. I love seeing these young artists grow, and we love being there right at the very beginning to support them and just getting their songs heard.
I couldn't agree more. He has a song that is out now on YouTube called Mad Dance. And we're going to play that in a few minutes through the share screen thing. We're going to get it off YouTube. Mad Dance is the name of the song, Michael Branigan. We're going to get to that shortly. So excited, Jewel. I mean, this young man, I seen in a video where he's drumming. He plays guitar. He says he plays 4 instruments. I can't walk and chew gum at the same time. I'm already confused talking to you and looking at my notebook. I'm already lost. And this young man's playing 4 instruments, making his own music. Fantastic.
I know. And I would give anything to play an instrument, and they're like, oh, kids have YouTube these days. No, even so, like, it's so, I am just a fan, and he's so great. And yeah, it's pure talent. That's what it is.
Absolutely.
And I'm excited to talk to him.
Poor kid. We'll keep it clean because we like to say fresh words and stuff on our show. He's young yet. We won't get him into the beer drinking and all that. We'll save that for later. Also, Jewel, later on tonight, we're going to talk to 2 lovely young ladies, my good friend Patti Hartman and her sister Kathy. They are from Foster Angels on Earth. That is their charity. We're continuing the charity month in December, so we will get to that around 9:15. Both of them will be on to talk about the Fosters. We love you, Miss Alyssa Green, of course, the mother of Rachel Green. We got some Rachel Green news coming up later in the show as well. We got so much to do, so let's get going, Joel. Let's do top 5 lists. As you know, each week, Joel and I get a top 5 list. We try to incorporate it with the guest. So since we have somebody local from our backyard, I decided to go with top 5 favorite local all-time artists. And with local, I went, Pennsylvania, New Jersey, Delaware. I lost the thing on the screen here, Jewel. So people are just going to have to remember what the top 5 list is.
Good job.
I'm a mess, dude. They're really, we need like a producer and a director. Yeah. Unprepared. Anyway, top 5 favorite local artists. Pennsylvania, New Jersey, Delaware. Michael Branigan is at number 6. Sorry, dude. You didn't make the top 5. You're number 6. We're going to do a tie at number 5 tie at number 5 because Michael Branigan is definitely one of the hottest young artists in the area. So, Michael, you're tied at number 5 with Hall & Oates. Dude, you and Hall & Oates at number 5. You can't beat that. Hall & Oates, great local Philly band, longtime Daryl Hall and John Oates. Tons of great hits, tons of great albums. They are number 5. Number 4, Jewel, from Mechanicsburg, Pennsylvania, is Poison. Who the hell knew Poison was from PA?
Really?
Yeah, and they're number 4. Mechanicsburg, PA. Number 3 is my lone non-PA from New Jersey. It's Bon Jovi, of course. Don't angry face me.
I once stayed in the same hotel as him. I think he was on one of the floors. I was like, oh, Bon Jovi. Like,
basically, what you're saying is you had a groupie moment with Bon Jovi. How about that, later? Right here on the O Show, Jewel, a little Bon Jovi groupie. Number 2, from Wynwood, Pennsylvania, one of my absolute loves of all time music, Joan Jett at number 2. I love Joan Jett. Very talented, one of the best female artists, in my opinion, of all time. Love her. That's number 2. And number 1, Jewel, my boys from York, PA. I was backstage to meet these guys. I've hung with these guys. It's live. It's live. I love live. Live's from my all-time favorite bands, Ed and Chad, and, of course, Pat. Me and Pat hung backstage at, what is that? Was it the TLA?
Huh.
Yeah, I think the TLA. And we did like rock star stuff, hanging backstage. It was awesome. But live is stuff. Live is my number 1. Jewel Tatey, let's have your top 5 local artists.
Great list. I saw live last summer with Bush and still rocking, still amazing.
Awesome. I saw the Parks. It's just a great show. Great show.
And when you said this list, like, I wasn't even thinking like, legends, like my number 1, but here we go.
Legends. Go ahead.
Number 5, my girl Jen Peg.
Yes.
I'm such a fan of her and this band. And if you haven't heard this woman's voice, you're missing out. But Vita and the Wolf, local Philly band. We were one of an early interview for her. So exciting. She was part of our 100th episode, and she moved out to California, doing big things with big people, pumping out albums, pumping out great music. And I was supposed to see her in March, but not happened in March. So hopefully when she comes back in town, we can all get together and see her. Vita and the Wolf. Number 4. These guys changed how I listen to hip hop. I am just such a fan of the more jazzy style and the smooth beats when I just want to chill out. And I absolutely love the Roots.
Yeah.
I've been a fan since I was super young, so I've just grown up with these guys, and it's cool that freaking Jimmy Fallon gets to party with them every night, so that's pretty cool. My dad actually worked in a building where they were saying, he's like, "Do you know this band, The Roots?" When I was in college, I'm like, "Yeah."
Yes.
An autograph. Number 3, saw these guys twice. Now this is tougher hip hop, but Jedi Mind Tricks, amazing, from Philly. Was a fan since high school. I saw them twice. I forget where. I think it was the Voltage and Trocadero, maybe. But
I remember Voltage. Remember you telling us that. I don't remember the other venue.
Yeah, but man, they're just so energy, pure energy. They put on a great show. They're really just pros. Number 2, my boys. I've yet to see them, even though they're so local and they play all the time. And we talked about it last week, I believe. But Ween, they're from New Hope. They're such a great psychedelic, trippy band, and you never know what you're going to get. They're such a mixed bag. But Gene and Dean, Ween.
Gene and Dean.
One day I will get there, and we'll have a pork roll, egg, and cheese together. And number 1, since you said Jersey, and you said I can include him, of course it's Bruce Springsteen.
Of course.
What can I say? I've seen him 1,000 times. Fan since I was young. My dad's a huge Bruce Springsteen. He's seen him so many times, since the 70s. He's been saying, yeah. He's like, who was this young crazy guy on stage? And now he's 70-some years old.
Who's this crusty old fart on stage?
Stop it. You know what I saw today? It was him and Axl Rose. I was going to send it to you. And they sing Come Together. I know.
I saw that. Yeah, I saw that.
Amazing.
I dig the Axl collaborations. Of course, I got my Guns N' Roses shirt on. I'm a massive fan. But I love the Axl. I love the one where he does with Elton John when they do Bohemian Rhapsody. It's so good.
Oh, really?
Oh, look it up. It's from the the Freddie Mercury tribute concert in Wembley, eons ago. All right, great list. Let's rehash number 5. I had a tie number 5 with Hall & Oates, some band Hall & Oates, and some awesome young man named Michael Branigan. That's at number 5. Number 4 is Poison. Number 3, Bon Jovi. Number 2, Joan Jett. Number 1, of course, my friends from Live. Jewel came out with Vita and the Wolves' own Jen Peg at number 5. Number 4, The Roots. Great call. Number 3, Jedi Mind Tricks. Number 2, Dean and Gene from Ween. And number 1, the not-so-legendary Bruce Springsteen. My main man, Ray Coleman, is in the house. Ray, good evening. We're going to mention Ray a little bit later tonight when we talk about our holiday program. We'll get into Ray Coleman. Awesome local artist. All right, what we're going to do now, Jewel, I will start off by apologizing to Michael Branigan because we're going to play his song. And the reason why I'm going to apologize, our audio is shaky here. But it is a great song. The song is called Mad Dance, and it just came out today. Michael just downloaded this. I'm like, perfect, just in time for the show. So I'll take a second to do the share screen thing here through the magic of technology, which I really need somebody to work the fingers for me while I talk and do my silly stuff. All right, we got the screen share. Let's go full screen. Let's come back to us. There we go. We're going to black us out because nobody wants to see us. Anyway, this is brand new from tonight's awesome guest, Michael Branigan. The song is Mad Dance, and I'm going to play it for you right now. I really love it, Joe. I've listened to it 5 times already today, so why not a 6th? Coming up on the Yo Show, we'll be back in a moment. Boom, right there. Woo! Sensational. Jewel, that is like, it's like Joe Satriani meets BB King meets like Yes. There's like a mix of like hard metal and then like some like rhythm and blues and classical guitar and rock, and it's all mixed up, man. And I am engulfed. I am in love with this song.
I mean, he can really just shred. I'm excited to learn like how he even comes up with this, because like the Violent Femme song too, it's just all interconnected.
Yeah, it's got the little Violent Femmes touch in the background, which is awesome as well. And like I said, I tried to pick up who I hear in it, and every time I hear something or some different influence, but he mixes it all together and makes it absolutely incredible. So let's stop listening to our own mouths run, and let's talk to the master himself. Ladies and gentlemen, this young man, it can be seen just doing it outside for you good people up here in the Oxford Valley area. He is from Bucks County, just 17 years old. Makes me incredibly jealous. When I was 17 years old, I was sleeping until 2 o'clock in the afternoon and eating Pop-Tarts. I still eat Pop-Tarts. But anyway, let's welcome our very special guest, musician Michael Branigan. Michael, good evening and welcome to the program.
Hi, how are you?
We're doing great, man.
Good. How are you doing?
Doing well.
Awesome. And thanks for coming on.
You snowed in there?
What's that?
How's the snow treating you?
Oh, I just got back in from shoveling. It was a disaster out there.
Oh, it's bad.
Probably hail was coming down a little bit too.
Yeah, I got all kind of mixture. Like I said, I did the promo outside. I usually do a promo at 7 o'clock for the show just to let people know. Jewel missed it. Good to show you her dedication. But it was like snowing. It was hailing. My dog was barking. It was just a mess. But, of course, it keeps you indoors instead of being out performing. But I got to tell you, man, first of all, last week when I saw the magic on video, I couldn't believe it, how great the playing was. And I had to get out and meet you. I came up to you. You're more than kind, very polite young man. I appreciate you talking to this strange dude with this big grizzly beard walking up to you in the middle of nowhere. So
I was
thanks
actually told, funny enough, I was told I would be expecting you. The guy who was recording, he told me I'm going to contact my friend.
Oh, yeah, Carlos. All right, it's awesome.
You were coming up, so I was completely expecting you to come at some point. But yeah, it was great having you come up. I mean, I really appreciate it. I love when people come up and talk.
It's great, man. And the music is just that good that I just had to come up and know more about you. And I know I kind of rushed you to get you on this week because your stuff is fresh right now. Like you got new stuff coming out on social media. So thanks for being with us. Let's start hitting some questions real quick. Again, it's all laid back, man. Just say what's on your mind. No pressure here. Just tell us how you decided to just start going out there. Like obviously you had the skill and one day you're like, I'm just going to start playing malls and stuff so people can hear me. What made you make that decision?
Well, so I actually, I had been planning to do this for several months before I actually started. I started doing this back on September 12th. I wanted to see if I could play at like the talent show at my school. I wanted to see if I was good enough to play in like front of people. So I thought, I know what I'll do. I'll find an outlet in front of a store and just start playing. And because there'll be people there, I'll have like people to listen, and someone will tell me to shut up, or someone will. So I'll give feedback that way, and I'll be able to improve. So I go out and I go in front of Gabe's in Fairless Hills. It's next to the Giant and near St. Francis Cabrini in Paris.
Yeah, we know.
Oh yeah.
And I know there were power outlets outside, so I decided to park my car and I started playing. And not only did people give me approval, they started giving me money. They started giving me thumbs up. They started honking their horns. And in that instant, I just knew it. Wait a second, this has completely turned everything. I could do something with this. That didn't last long though, because eventually I was kicked out. A man from the neighboring apartment complex, came over and complained that he couldn't hear his Phillies game. So he told me to leave and he would call the cops. So I went from there and I headed southwest to Red Nurse at the Langhorne Shopping Center.
Yeah.
And I knew there was an outlet outside of there. I plugged in there. I started playing. And it was great. People were honking their horns, giving me thumbs up. People were giving me cash. It was delightful. It was lovely. And the manager came out and kicked me out after about 20 minutes. So I had to move again. And then I went over to Floor and Decor and I sat up in front of their shop. And before I even started playing, the manager came out and said leave. So I headed east to the Wawa on Oxford Valley Road, next to the big Middletown Monument.
Yeah,
sure. Yeah.
And I knew there was an outlet on the side. I started playing. And Oxford Valley Road really gets congested at that intersection.
Oh yeah.
It's a terribly late intersection. So I decided there's gonna be a lot of parked cars. I could play there. And guess what? They came out again and said you have to leave. So I got fed up. I got fed up by being kicked out of every place. And I knew I could do this, but I didn't know what to do. So I went online and I started looking up ways to power electronics from your car battery. Anything. I wasn't even specifically looking up an amp. I was sitting in the parking lot of some store on Trenton Road, just sitting there on my phone looking for forums, like how can I do this? And someone started talking about power inverter, battery inverter. And I'm like, that's it. So I get my car. I drive all the way up to Home Depot on Cabot Boulevard, I think. Near Best Buy. Actually, where I started playing. And I go in and find power inverter. It's 500 watts. My amp's 200 watts. This little guy down here, 200 watts. I'm like, it's perfect. And I asked the guy, I'm like, would this work? He said, yeah, it'll work. I drive over to Barnes & Noble. I plug it in. I hit a cord. And it's as loud as it can be. And I was just like, I found it. So from then on, it was like, for that day, I played a total of 7 hours outside. Wow. Not consecutively being kicked out, moving around. But that final 2 hours at Barnes & Noble, I had a crowd. I had a crowd of like 5-6 people all standing around me, cheering me on. Kids too, little kids, parents, just people. And the next day I went out. And the next day I went out. And I went to that same spot. And then I thought, well, why restrict myself to that? So I started to go to Red Nurse again, but this time to almost make fun of them, I went to the back of the parking lot and faced toward the store. And then I started doing it there. And then I went to Best Buy a few times and did it there. I got really no response there. People didn't come up to me as often. So I found out Barnes & Noble, from the middle of Barnes & Noble rather than the parking lot, about halfway from Old Navy, halfway from Barnes & Noble, that was my area. Because people were coming from Home Depot, people were coming from BJ's, people were coming from the Taco Bell behind me. My aunt's not even facing them, and they could hear it. People were coming from all over, and it was a perfect area. I even tried the Oxford Valley Mall. I got kicked out there too, even though I wasn't playing inside. I was parked all the way back, but yeah, security came and they told me to leave.
Jesus.
So that's how I found my spot. It just was, I wanted to avoid stage fright. I wanted to play at the talent show in April, and then I realized I can make this my talent show.
Yeah, and this is a really, tough town. Not because, we're pretty tough people, but there's really no sidewalks or like a town square in Levittown. Like, a city like Ambler or maybe New Hope, you would have like little town squares where you could go and play.
Or Bristol.
Yeah. So what made you choose the malls? Like, did you think about Bristol? Because that has a nice little park area.
So as soon as I started doing it, I'm like this. I start developing a plan, a strategy. You have to make sure it's a certain distance away from houses, or else you're going to get in trouble. You're going to get kicked out. You're going to get kicked out. And there's nowhere in Bristol I could play without there being an adjacent home.
Yeah.
If I go play right on the waterfront, right where the docks are,
right.
Yeah.
There's that new like condominium there. That's a no.
Okay.
Anywhere else in Bristol, there's houses everywhere. It wouldn't work. I would have to play lightly, and then I would have to play quietly, and then people wouldn't be able to come find me. So I thought I had to find a place where I could play as loud as possible, and I'm farthest away from home.
So is your main goal to get in a band, or are you okay being a solo act?
I'm okay with either, but I kind of prefer the solo act because it's part of my name now.
Are
People
you
just
too
know-
young to play in like bars?
I can't get into a bar.
I mean, could you play though, or do you have to be like 18?
21.
21. Oh,
We don't need
damn.
to play him. Yeah, I didn't know that either. It's a good question.
I could lie. I don't.
Yeah, maybe I did. I
I
didn't
don't
say
think
that.
anyway, so it's not that big
Don't
of a
condone
deal.
that.
Yeah, because we, that's the kind of stuff we line up. But I mean, right now with COVID, it gives you time to kind of grow and work into that. Now, you have said you play 4 instruments. I've seen you play
I
the
do.
drums, seen you play guitar. What else do you play? And do you teach yourself all these instruments?
Okay, so I started with piano. I started playing. Well, actually, I started with violin, but that quickly faded in first grade. I picked up piano. I took piano lessons in June of 2012. After that, I picked up the drums after 7th grade in June of 2016. And then the next June, after 8th grade, I picked up the bass. It was just this constant progression. Like, okay, I'm going to learn this, I'm going to learn that. And piano I got lessons from for a little bit. And then I quit lessons. But I didn't quit playing piano. I decided I'm going to teach myself the rest.
Wow.
And I actually accelerated in my playing ability more so than when I was getting lessons. So that taught me something like self-taught players seem to have a better ability to play than people take lessons. I mean, that's kind of broad. I mean, there's definitely some examples. It's a parabola. But then I picked up the guitar very soon after I picked up bass. Maybe like a few months later. My dad did kind of tease me about it. My dad's a guitar player. He's been playing for over 30 years, and I always despised the guitar. I always did. I hated the guitar.
Wow.
Because the strings are thin and it's hard to be precise. And he said, "You're going to go to guitar." I said, "I'm never going to go to guitar." And then I went to guitar, and I picked it up, and I played like really heavy metal at first, and then I started studying music theory really hard. I started just cramming in different like techniques and scales and modes and chords and different kinds of chord progressions. I realized it's easiest to do on the guitar, and it all makes sense here. And this is just I'll add this to my ever growing like musical ability. I still consider myself to be a drummer at best, or at best a drummer, but people keep telling me I'm the best at guitar. So.
And who are your influences? Who did you listen to growing up?
That's it.
What's that?
Joe Satriani.
Yeah, yeah, right.
Yep,
And
he's my hero. He really is.
That's
And I still
amazing.
listen for him.
And I can hear like a Satriani type in your music. And I said that, and I didn't even know that was one of your influences. So that's really pretty awesome. And I'm telling you, you got kind of I'm watching you do like kind of the Van Halen style with the tap, and and you mentioned
mean like this? That?
Yeah, exactly. And which I think is really cool. And it comes real natural to you, and that's absolutely awesome. So so you're interviewed by the Bucks County Courier Times, which is awesome. How did they find you, and how was that interview? It's cool. We had the piece. I had a hard time downloading, unfortunately, but I'll let you tell the story behind that piece while you're here. Bucks County Courier Times.
Sure. I think it was the week before Thanksgiving. I was playing on the Saturday, just doing my normal thing. I usually play about 3 hours in front of Barnes and Noble, 2 hours, 2.5 maybe. And this car pulls up. This SUV pulls up in the middle of me playing, and this man comes out, and he's watching me play, and he just kind of stands there and watches me. And it's obviously wants to tell me something, or he's really interested. So I finish up the song, and he says, "Hi, I'm JD Mullane with the Bucks County Courier Times." I'm like, I know that name. Like, I think I might have seen him once or twice in person, just never formally, just see him from a distance.
Sure.
So he said, "This is amazing. I want to do a story on this. Like, I haven't seen this before." And he said, let me get in contact with you. And then the Wednesday before Thanksgiving, we scheduled to do a video while I was out playing. So that wasn't just me specifically going out to be filmed. It was I was in the middle of playing, and I was like, "Hey, come whenever you're ready."
Oh, cool.
And he came out. So that was nice. And then he took the video and edited it, and it was a really well done video and a great article too. I mean, he's an astonishing writer.
Yeah.
Really well written.
Is your family supportive of your talents, and what did they think of the article?
Oh, my dad loved it.
Yeah.
He thought it was he was laughing while it was being read. He was surprised at how well it was written. Yeah, it was really nice. It was a really nice thing for him to do that. He didn't have to. He could have just driven by, but yeah, they're entirely supportive of this. My dad found it odd at first. He found it a bit peculiar the first day I did it.
Wow.
That's pretty wild because it's and you said that you're thrown out of a lot of places, and it pains me to hear that because I am a big fan of music. I know Jules is a big fan of music, and to see somebody so young, so intelligent, doing it so well, you think like, hey, give them a break, let them play, and if enough people complain, move them on. Because when I got to that shopping center, there was people driving by, watching. I watched. I was like enamored. It's great for business, in my opinion, and it's great at this time of the year. Do you basically do it now as, hey, it's a pandemic, we're shut down, let me get out for the people, or it's just a way to make sure you're being heard?
Both. Except at first it wasn't for the latter. I didn't realize, or actually I almost pretty much forgot that this would replace concerts from the pandemic. It hadn't even crossed my mind that concerts had been entirely canceled. I thought, I'll just go out and play for people. But then they said, like, this is great, with me and my family, we're unable to go out and see concerts. You provide this this remedy. I'm like, oh, okay, that's great. Then I'll do it for that. And I even think after all this, it'll still continue like that. I don't think people will have the confidence to go to a concert after the pandemic, and me being public and just being out there will really help.
Yeah, and we've had some. Who is that? Joey. He played out in a parking lot too.
Oh, yeah, Keith and Joey, which I ended up calling them the essential duo. Keith Garner and Joey DeNoble. They do the same thing. They go to parking lots and play for people that had to work, and they were doing like pandemic type concerts. And we had spoken to them, and their story's great. And that's what really inspired me to come and meet you as well. So is there a time when you're not doing music? What do you do as a regular kid when you're not into all the instruments and all? What do you do to just kind of lay back?
Music.
Or music. I was going to say, is there lay back time? It's always music.
Yes, it involves playing guitar.
There you go.
I play guitar for most of my time throughout the day. When I'm not playing guitar, I'm out driving, probably the Guitar Center. And I go to the Guitar Center and I play music there. I mostly play drums there because I don't have a drum set at home. So I go play drums at Guitar Center, and then I'll gravitate towards the guitar section, and then I'll head back home, and eventually I'll just pick up the guitar again and start playing. Start making little songs or just practice my skills or practice the theory that I know. But yeah, it's mostly music.
Do you ever head down the Jersey Shore? Because I was thinking like, oh, it'd be cool, on the boardwalk in the summer, hear you play.
That has crossed my mind, but unfortunately, I started too late for that to happen. I started already when school began and everyone was out on vacation. So, yeah, I definitely think I'll do that come summer.
Cool. And how are you dealing with school? Are you back in school? Are you virtual?
It's a hybrid model. So, Wednesdays I'm physically in school. Tuesdays and Thursdays I'm on Zoom classes, and every other Friday I'm either in school or I'm on Zoom classes.
Are you taking any music classes in school?
No.
No. So what are your plans for the future? Do you want to continue studying music? Do you want to just?
Of course, as like a hobby, unless it propelled to some degree where I became some virtuoso that I become famous or people know about me. And I'm able to make money from it. I'm able to sustain myself. I'm able to have security from it. That's like a real passion. But otherwise, it would just remain a hobby. A really well-developed hobby, but still a hobby.
Yeah. What do you think about social media and all that? I know TikTok's huge for music right now. YouTube obviously is where most people go. What are your thoughts on that? Are you against social media? What do you think?
I was at first. I mean, I have been for a while. When I started, and up until 2 weeks ago, maybe a week ago, I didn't have social media. And people kept telling me, hey, what's your Instagram? What's your TikTok? What's your Snapchat? And I said, I don't do that. And they would reply, they would scorn at me like, oh, you're one of those kind of people. Inferring something which I don't quite understand. So eventually,
now.
I know.
Did any of you see the video? It was posted by a man named Tyler Aspel. I credit him with my popularity boom. He posted a video driving by me playing in the Barnes & Noble parking lot. His video got over 400,000 views on TikTok.
Wow.
The video got picked up by Barstool Sports. Their Instagram published the video, and it now sits over 2 million views.
Wow.
That's what made me get social media. He posted that video and said, actually, a friend of mine got in contact with him and said, hey, you have over like 200,000 views at the time on TikTok. And I was like, forget it. I'll do it. Fine. I'll get social media. I was like, I guess people like this or something.
Can they go back and like tag you in that? Because you deserve all that credit.
Oh my God.
He tagged me. Barstool Sports did tag me.
Oh, they need to. Wait, hello.
After Barstool Sports posted, several other outlets posted it. One for just random humor, another for random like metal videos or shredding videos.
Nice.
Neither of which credited me. They only credited Tyler, but it's his video.
You're and you're out there. It's like, but social media is just a must if you want to just live in this digital world and all these virtual concerts and everything. So it's sorry, I'm gonna cut you off.
I've decided because as I look outside my window right in front of me, there's snow. There's like 5 inches of snow. It's getting too cold. The weather's getting too bad to play outside. So what I'm doing now, actually, I've done it twice so far, is I'm doing live concerts on Instagram. Because Instagram has a live streaming feature.
Right.
The limit's about an hour long. Fine enough for me. I go on, I play. I get a decent amount of viewers. It's actually really pleasant.
That's awesome. And the thing I like the best about it is when I saw Barstool Sports, I saw the clip, and the article read something like this is where we are, or something like this is the new norm, or something like that, like saying like, hey, if you want to see people play, these talented people are going to hit the street and you got to come check them out. And I thought it was really cool. And that is like a major publication. So to get seen by Barstool, really pretty huge.
Yeah.
How are your classmates take it? Are you like real popular now in school, being able to
they didn't know it was me. They didn't know it was me. Eventually that video got posted. Or actually before then, I would say, yeah, I go out and play in parking lots. And they would say, you're that guy? And I said to my teachers, and they would be like, you're that guy? I'm shopping at Dick's Sporting Goods, or I'm at Home Depot, or I'm at Ulta, which is another store in the plaza.
Yeah, sure.
And they say, I see this guy playing guitar, but I never feel like going over and asking them. I see him all the time. And I'm like, that's me.
That's awesome. And it happened when I posted the article on Facebook, because I always, I tag the ad and I'll press it for a couple of days, and people kept saying, "Hey, the other day I was at Dick's and I heard them, and I was at Five Below. I heard him. That's the guy. I'm like, that's him. That is the young man out there kicking butt." And when I pulled up, as I rolled the window down, I pulled up and I hear it. And I'm just like, perfect. It's just excellent.
Mm-hmm. Mostly in help due to this amplifier I have behind me.
Yeah,
you can't see it, but it's a small little thing, but it is 200 watts. Amps are measured in wattage. The higher the watt, the louder the amp is.
sure.
This is 200. You heard it. You can hear it all the way at Home Depot, all the way at BJ's. I'm nowhere near them.
Yeah,
So that really helped me.
Yeah, definitely carries, which is great, and it's clean. Like,
yeah,
you see people trying to play on the street, and it's not really there. Yours is clean, it's tight, and you can definitely hear the skill in it, which is absolutely amazing. Is there because obviously people watch, we usually get anywhere from like 1,000 to 2,000, 3,000 people that'll watch our show. Is there a specific time and place that people can find you, or you're kind of all over the board, more like a kind of a potluck kind of thing?
Well, now into the foreseeable future, no, but with social media now, I'm actually, like last time I played, the week before when I played, I decided to give my updates on Instagram to let people know. I decided to let everyone know there. So the way people are knowing now is I'm telling them at school, or I'm letting everyone know on Instagram. Because not everyone who follows me on Instagram goes to my school. In fact, there's a lot of people I don't know who are following me, which is great because it shows that my the following's kind of expanded. But I'm letting people know through there because mostly it was just 3 days a week. Don't really know when. Probably Friday, Saturday, and another day. Never really knew which one. And I'll play from about like 4 or like 3:30 to 5:30 or 6.
It's awesome. And if you want, like I said, because I do a lot of advertising on Facebook, feel free to text me and be like, "Hey, I'm playing in this place," and I'll throw up on Facebook, say, "Hey, people, come check Michael out." That'd be a pleasure.
It's going to be a while before that. It's probably going to be spring when that happens again.
Yeah.
Looks like last Saturday might have been my last time now.
All right, that's that makes sense. And the only,
even if the weather's clear, I mean, everyone watching this at home can understand something about playing guitar. You need your fingers, even if the weather is clear, but it's still 49, 48 degrees out. Your fingers freeze to the point where you can't feel the fretboard anymore, and that is of like peak importance when you need to play guitar.
Makes sense. That's actually really intelligent. We just got Jewel back. We had a little technical difficulty. Jewel's back. Jewel, welcome back. We were talking all kind of mad crap about you while you were gone. So if you could jam with one artist, I think we already know the answer. We're going to hit you with it anyway. Let's say you could jam with one artist, and let's go 2 artists then, because we know who the one guy is. Let's say you and you're going to jam with somebody, and somebody's going to play drums. Who would you put together as your little superstar band?
I'd pick Joe Satriani, and I'd probably pick his drummer, Jeff Campitelli.
Excellent. Great choice, man. I
know it's pretty expected. I'm sorry, but
are there any new bands you're listening to, or any local other artists you're checking out?
No, actually, most of the music that I listen to is really just for studying at this point, trying to learn new things. So I'm not really out there trying to discover local stuff. I'm just trying to, broaden my musical ability.
Nice.
It makes sense. You're, at your age, you're definitely young enough, and there's tons of bands. The Philly scene, we have learned since doing this show, the Philly scene is awesome. It's very supportive. There's a lot of great bands out there. And in time, like I said, if you stick with us and vice versa, in time, we'll introduce you to some of these people and start playing some of the great venues.
Definitely. It would be great to be brought back on the show again. I would love that.
We would love to have you back, absolutely, as you grow. Like I said, I seen you talk about social media. When I first found you, you had like 30 subscribers on YouTube. Now you got like 150 subscribers.
Actually, not on YouTube. The 130 subscribers on YouTube is from a previous filmmaking channel that I had pursued before, and when I made all my social media in about the span of 10 minutes, I privatized every video and kind of stripped the channel down and just remade it in sort of a guitar centralized channel.
Awesome.
Hey, that works.
The the Instagram, when you found me, I probably had about 20, 30 followers. I'm at 136 now, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, you are. Yeah, it was, and I even said, because like, obviously, being a young guy, you're like, all right, he's got to have social media. I couldn't find you on Facebook. I'm like, wow. I found it on Instagram, and I'm like, oh, he's got, he's new, he's got some followers. Next thing you know, it just like blew up, and that's absolutely outstanding.
Yeah, usually if you're under 18, you don't have a Facebook right now.
I probably should get one. I don't know.
It helps. Whatever helps.
Yeah, we're here. We could walk you through everything. It's definitely how our show grew. We started out, you talk about starting a web page. We started out as a page with no video. We're doing audio podcast once a week. Wasn't really getting the fill. And then we did it this way, and now people are popping up. We're meeting great artists. We're getting great people on the show, you included. Michael, real quick before we let you go. Young, inspiring artists that want to learn instruments, give a great piece of advice to young guys out there or girls who want to learn instruments.
Don't learn songs, learn scales.
Wow, that's, man, that is strong. That really is. Can you play a little bit for us before we let you go?
Sure. Can I ask a quick question though?
Sure.
My screen's been frozen for the past 16 minutes. Am I actually live right now?
Yeah, you've actually
I can't see a thing actually.
Oh wow, you've not frozen for us at all. You've been going the whole time. Wow.
For the past 16 minutes. I didn't really bring it up. I mean, you can hear it, right?
Yeah.
I don't really know how to start. So.
Wow.
I'm trying not to wake up everyone.
That's awesome. Yeah, it is 9 o'clock at night. So yeah, down below, everybody, Instagram at Michael_Branigan. Make sure you check him out there. YouTube, of course, at Michael Branigan. You can check out.
That is Branigan. Sometimes people put the 2 N's.
Yeah, thank you for doing that, because I did 2 N's all the way through as well. 1 N in there, Branigan. Make sure you check him out on Instagram and YouTube. There's a brand new song up there right now if you get to YouTube, and it is awesome. It's worth listening to. Michael Branigan, our very special guest. We would obviously like to have you back soon, and good luck out there, man. We'll catch up with you real soon.
Thank you, man. I can't wait to be back. I appreciate you having me on the show, too.
Likewise, man. Our pleasure. It was terrific. Have yourself a great holiday, and we'll talk to you soon.
You as well, guys.
Thank
you, Michael. Take care.
Wow, that was that's amazing, Joel. A great young man, intelligent. Just he's got it all figured out. You know what I mean? He knows what he wants to do. And I like that thing where he said, "Don't learn songs, learn scales."
I need that advice because I just want to learn songs. I don't care about the basic fundamentals.
Exactly. And when I took drum lessons, it was all about, I'm going to let you play a song. And automatically I go to like Guns N' Roses. Like, who the hell am I after like 5 lessons to start playing Guns N' Roses? And
that's what I want to do. I'm like, how do you play that thing in November Rain? Like, they're like, no. You can't do that yet.
That's awesome. He's really good, though. Great interview. Like I said, smart young man. He's got his head on straight, knows what he wants in the music industry. And like he said, if he's not big, it'll be a hobby he sticks with. If he is big, then we'll see him kicking ass all over the world.
Yeah, he kind of reminded me of Brandon when he said that too. He's like, I don't listen to anyone else. Like, I just focus on my music, doing his thing. And that's the way you should be, like tunnel vision. Like, if this is your dream, like, do nothing but this. If you wake up and want to be a singer, go out and sing, man.
I agree, man. And it's exactly right. And it's just so damn good. And like I said, listen to his confidence. And me, I pat myself on the back because after I heard his song, I'm like, sounds like Joe Satriani. And I'm like, who are your influence? Oh, Joe Satriani. I'm like, damn, I'm good.
You guys talked beforehand. It's fine.
No, else he didn't. I know. But I did share some text with him, though, and kind of talked him through it. Like I said, he's very intelligent. You don't really need to hold his hand. He knows what he's got going on. He knows what to talk about. And I didn't really have to school him on anything but just coming out and being great. And he was awesome. Michael Branigan, everybody, check him out. The links are down below. Instagram at Michael_Branigan, 1N, Branigan, and on YouTube, Michael Branigan. Check out his brand new song. We played it here earlier on the show. I ran out of breath. Check out a brand new song. We played it earlier on the show right now at YouTube. Jewel Tatey.
Amazing. I'm so happy he had the time to come on. And yeah. Oh, you know what happened? My niece got a kitten and it like pulled the wire out. So sorry.
I was gonna say, like, if I'm a guest on this show and one of the co-hosts just disappears, I'm a little offended. Like, I suck that bad.
So sorry. No fun.
Technical, like you said.
Last time with Tina, it's like, I don't know. There's a lot of people here, so
I hear we need to get back into a studio of some sort. Great message here from Miss Alyssa Green, talented artist. He certainly is. And speaking of Miss Green, we're going to give the news that we wanted to put out real quick because her daughter, of course, Rachel Green sings. New gig, Jewel Tatey. She was more than excited to post it. She left us in suspense, but promised me to be ready by Show time. Rachel Green is now joining the band Rhythm Addicts. So she'll be the lead singer of the band Rhythm Addicts with Mr. Cole Willis. She's super excited about it. I'm super excited about it because she is such a tremendous artist. Jewel, what do you think of that big news?
No, yeah, it's great. I mean, they played before, and if you have to mesh well, and you really have to have each other's back. And it seems like they do a great job of that. She's so multi-talented, and she's a great producer too. So it's just a great fit, and we wish her nothing but the best. Maybe she can come back on with the band. Who knows?
Well, she said on the Facebook post that she joined the band and are very close to putting together an album and getting it out. So when that happens, we would love to welcome back Rachel Green. But we are welcoming back Rachel Green. We'll talk about that a little later because next Wednesday night, very special start time, 7 p.m.
Whoa.
The Yo Show goes Christmas. And we're going all out for Christmas this year, Jewel Tatey. Of course, as you know, we do the charity stuff. And this is kind of for a charity as well. And I'm going to put the link up here. I hope I have it because I was kind of a disaster today about posting things. What was that sound?
Did you hear that?
Yeah, it sounded like somebody like broke wind or something.
No.
Holy Jesus! I'm gonna re-add the link. I kind of think like when, like I think there's like too many banners I post and then things go blank. Anyway, the Venmo link is at the Yo Show, and what you're going to donate if you're kind enough to donate is for Christmas for our two great charities tonight. Foster Angels on Earth, and they'll be coming up around 9:15. And then next week we have Kisses for Kyle. So two huge charities do a lot for children. We are running a Venmo. We already had a super great donation come in the other day, a big amount from a great family who already volunteered to help out this holiday season. We are going to present the check to each of these charities, hopefully right before Christmas, even though the show's on the 23rd. We'll try and get the donations in on Christmas Eve because charity work is tough, man. I was talking to Lady Patty from Foster Angels, and she said it's like a full-time job on top of her full-time job. A lot of work goes in. It's heartfelt stuff, and people are really doing their best. So please, if you can, will you tell your friends, Venmo at the Yo Show, drop, even if it's $1, $5, whatever it is, and we'll put it all together at the end and pass it off. Kind of like we did with the Bucks County Food Drive. You're all great enough to help us with that. We hope you help us with our Christmas charities, Jewel.
Yeah, people are just working extra hard this year, and we appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you for coming on here so we can have another platform so you guys can get the message out there. And, because people, they want to put the money in the right hands. So that's what we're trying to do here, and some great local charities who deserve the shout outs and the help because it is so much work as we've learned. So yeah, I mean, we're just happy to help in any way we can.
Absolutely. And I guess we'll run it down now while it's fresh. and we can rock it through it. Maria Daniels, another great woman in the podcast industry. She's a member of the Indie Pods group as well. Maria, thank you for tuning in this evening. We were talking a little bit about the Italian cheese. Maria knows all about the stinky Italian cheese. That's when it tastes best. So, Maria, thank you for tuning in. 3 big hearts to you as well. And Miss Green, thank you. My favorite peeps for promoting Rachel Green. We will be tuning in for your Christmas show. Rachel will be on that Christmas show, and let's talk about it as soon as it gets food out of my mouth. That's disgusting.
Yeah, well, you did that. Oh, Christmas show is going to be great, though.
It is delicious cheese. She's right. It is the hard, sharp, stinky Parmesan cheese, Joel. Look at that. Delicious. People said,
Now,
look like
I had the tomato pie today, and it had so much, like, big chunks of garlic on it. Like, so
I'll tell you, I don't care, but I'm sitting here pre-show, and this is how we do it. Pre-show, Jewel comes on about 10 minutes before, and we just kind of shoot the shit and what's going on and what's new, and I'm sitting here, and it reeks. I mean, the smell is just so unbearable, but it's worth it.
What's the one food you get the most grief about eating? I know what mine is.
You mean as far as I shouldn't be
Like
eating it?
smell, I guess. Like smell or like, ew, why are you eating that?
This is definitely it.
Up there?
Pop-Tarts.
Pop-Tarts? Yeah.
For a
they're
guy
no
my
good.
age, I'm told at my age I should not be eating Pop-Tarts.
Every time I cook Brussels sprouts, I
I
hear
had
about
them tonight. I tell you what. The missus has gotten into a little more of a healthier eating kick since she came back from Utah. Tonight she had salmon, which I'm not a fan, but anyway,
Ooh, I like
we had
them.
salmon, Brussels sprouts, and she made potatoes. And the turn out the
Ooh.
Brussels sprouts, she bought the garlic aioli mayo and baked
aioli.
aioli.
Aola.
Hey. Anyway, let's get to the Christmas show. People are going to be sending Venmo donations for me.
Got
Like,
that quinoa going.
here's for that poor guy that can't talk. Anyway, so December 23rd, next Wednesday, Jewel, is our Christmas
Ugh.
special. A special time, 7 p.m. to possibly 11 p.m. So
Whoa.
bring your sleeping bags and your booze. Tim Simmons said, Scrapple. Good call. That is a food I get a lot of shit for eating, also a lot of crap for eating. Scrapple.
You know, I'm born and raised Philly, and I do not eat scrapple. I'm like the only person I know who doesn't eat
Stop
scrapple.
it. I love, but it's got to
No.
be well done. Well
So
done.
crazy.
Oh, so good. Tim, great call. And Tim now lives in Virginia Beach, and he still remembers being local and being a Scrapple guy. Good call.
I love pork roll.
I love pork roll, but Scrapple, I tell you. While I have Tim Simmons on real quick, Stinky Cheese, another member of the Hartman family, Diane Hartman Hanlon. Thank you for tuning in. Your sister will be on, her cousin. I don't know. I'm assuming sister. I don't even know. I'm losing track of people, but it is Stinky Cheese and it is delicious. Well, I got Tim Simmons on this show real quick. Before I get into the Christmas special, I picked this up today. It is Dietz and Watson's Dietz Nuts Porter with honey maple smoked sausage flavor. She isn't sister. If she's not family at all, Patty, God, I suck at this, man. I assumed.
You're welcome.
That's good.
Oh,
This is really
oh,
good.
she is her sister. Yeah,
Oh,
they're
she is-
sisters. Good
What are you
call.
doing to me? Patty is dear friend of mine, extremely outgoing. Kind of like my wife, they'll talk to anybody about anything. And
They're fighting over here.
I know they're fighting in my comment section. Tim, I got to tell you, man, Dietz Nuts by Dietz and Watson, delicious. This is terrific.
What does it taste like? Pretzels?
No, it tastes like honey maple smoke. Not quite the sausage. It contains no actual nuts. Says it right on there. It was a typo. Thank you.
If I had a nut allergy, I would not drink that.
But apparently it has nothing to do. It has no nuts. It's like
It
it's like
tastes
me.
honey?
It's like me fighting with my wife. No nuts.
Wasn't that promoted by Michael? What's his name? Craig Robinson.
Oh,
Remember that, Michael?
No.
It's like, forget it. I don't know.
Yeah, thank you.
Not to eat. It's not,
Let me get into this holiday special because I begged and pleaded all these great musicians to be on here. I'm like talking through it. December 23rd is our Christmas party special time, 7 p.m. to 11 p.m. Jewel Tatey will be here. I have a very special host coming on to host the show with Jewel Tatey. So I'll be working the mechanics. And there'll be a super special guest host that will be here next week. My beard is everything. Oh my goodness. Ooh, that gave me like a chill.
you just made his head like.
Oh my god! Let me make sure my wife is sleeping so I can go on about the.
Russian.
I know I get a little romantic tingle when people talk about my beard because I love it and it's 50-50.
Take pride in the beard.
Diane Hartman Hanlon, make sure to tune in every Wednesday night at 8 p.m. for this fantastic beard. I mean the
Hold up.
yes.
Who's the host? You didn't let me know.
Oh, it's a surprise. Ladies and gentlemen, the mayor of Fairless Hills, Levittown, and Langhorne. He's the mayor of all three, ladies and gentlemen. Mr. Ryan Risley is in the house. Riz, what is up, dude? Thanks for tuning into the show. I put this beard on in your honor because you had a cool beard at one time. It's my Ryan Risley beard. Risley is the man, Jewel Tatey. One of these times when you come up to the area and we do like a Gleason's run or something like that, Riz is going to be there. He is the mayor. He is the dude. Meant to say hi. That's all right, dude. G, hi, whatever. As long as you're there, it's all good. I have a fantastic beard. I can't. Here comes my wife. She sees ladies checking out my beard. And next thing you know, she shows her face right here on the extra. Cassie, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, how we doing tonight? She's a little drunk. That's good. Welcome to the Yo Show. That's how we do it here. We're a few minutes away from some great charity talk. Phone cord, you can take mine. I will disconnect because I'm pretty fully charged. I got my questions stored in here for the lovely ladies of Foster. Hey, Ryan Ridley says, hi, Cass. Look. Da-da-da-da.
Hi, Ryan.
Ryan Ridley.
I miss you.
I know. We miss you. We miss you,
miss you
Ryan.
guys.
We miss the mayor. He is the mayor, ladies and gentlemen. Christmas show on December 23rd, 7 to 11. Let's go through the artists real quick, Jewel Tatey. So we got some great artists coming on with us. I got some pictures, and one of them, we got 3 new ones and 4 returns. And one of the new ones, she was a big hit on the show The Voice from York, Pennsylvania. It is Danica Shirley. Oh, my God. I'm so excited for her. I absolutely love her. I think she is adorable. She's so funny on Facebook, too, Joel. Her stuff always cracks me up. But we chit-chat once in a while through the comments and stuff. Love her. Danica Shirley is one of the artists who has chosen to come on with us on the Halloween. I said Halloween, the Christmas special. Next, we have a young lady who's a terrific singer, and she's starting to put out her own solo work. Her boyfriend is in a band as well. Very musically talented, sweet young lady. Jexa Ingham is her name. I love the name Jexa. That's like a sassy singer named Jexa Ingham. She posted a video, Jewel, because she does karaoke nights that she hosts. She posted a video of her singing kind of like near the end. Wow. Very exciting. Can't wait to have, amazing. Can't wait to have her come on. A return guest, Bart Chateau. Ladies and gentlemen, we know Bart, Broadway singer.
Like, it dress up like Scrooge or something. Like something.
He might surprise you. I get the feeling Bart's going to dress up a little bit for us. Bart Chateau returns to the show. We're going to get him video. He actually has a pre-recorded show from a brand new Christmas special he's doing. We're going to play that. And we're going to talk to Bart as well. 3. We have 4 more for you. Let's knock them out. One of our absolute favorites and a guy that really brings the crowd, Ray Coleman, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, we love Ray Coleman, the Irish singer himself. He's got a couple songs already picked out, ready to go. We can't wait to get back with Ray Coleman. Joel, he did our special for the food drive, and the fan base went nuts. Like, it blew up. He was our most viewed, and the donations came in big for Ray also, so let's hope he brings that magic to us as well. Another new more of a classical style singer. His name is David Snyder. And he was recommended to us by his girlfriend, is also a singer in some bands. They're up by York, PA as well. David's going to come on. Great picture, too. Look at that. That's like promo central picture right there. David Snyder's going to join us on the show. And then, Jewel, two more. These are both return guests and two of our absolute favorites, of course. The amazing Jody Valentine will come back to the program. We can't wait for that. Maybe she'll get her to play. Maybe we'll get her to play on piano or something. Play some piano tunes or something for the holiday. We can't wait for that. Jody is a big fan of the show. She's a big friend of the show, and her music is skyrocketing. And last but not least, another one that we absolutely love here, returning to the Yo Show. We just spoke about her a minute ago. And she's actually sending me a great autograph CD, which I can't wait to get. The amazing Rachel Green, ladies and gentlemen. We are very excited for that as well. And Jewel, what I actually did was I managed to make a little, look at that little banner with all of them on there. Look at that. So tune in December 23rd. We're also going to continue to take donations for Foster Angels on Earth and Kisses for Kyle. So we're going to keep that Venmo line. Right, that lineup is awesome. We're going to keep that Venmo line open. Tune in, even if you got a decorator, wrap gifts, or you got company from out of town, just turn it on. Listen to it in the background. There's 7 great artists. Each of them going to play 2 Christmas songs for you. So it's like a Christmas Carol paradise. Jewel Tatey and a super duper special guest host next week, starting at special time, 7 p.m. on the Yo Show, our Christmas special. Look at that lineup again. Danica Shirley, Jexa Ingham, Bart Chateau, Ray Coleman, David Snyder, Jody Valentine, and Rachel Green. Absolutely incredible. A few minutes away from our from another great charity piece. It's Foster Angels on Earth, and just another great job coming up for the holidays. And 2 amazing ladies, Kathy and Patty, who just put their heart and soul into it. I was talking to Patty about it earlier. She, there's so much that goes into it. And I just adore people that put their time into charity. And I know here on the show, Jewel, we try to get our audience into it. And some people donate. Like I said, we already got one pretty nice sized donation out there. And it's just great. It makes us feel great to have that as well. My man, Carlos Ramos, he's the one that found Mike Branigan at the mall. So, Carlos, thanks for tuning in, dude. Mike was awesome. Thank you. And my man, Ken Blackman, Yo, it's the Yo Show. It is indeed the Yo Show. Tell your friends every Wednesday night at 8 o'clock. But now, before I introduce these ladies, I have to get back to the pronunciation because Patty was so nice to make sure I don't say it wrong. It is Patti Hartman and Kathy Oskowiak. Did I name it? Did I nail it? Yeah, they're backstage right now to make sure I nailed it. Kathy and Patty, of course, are from Foster Angels on Earth, one of our special charities this month here in December on the show. So let's stop farting around. Let's bring these ladies on because they're a great time. Definitely worth hearing. Let's bring on Kathy and Patty. Ladies, good evening. Welcome to the program.
Hi.
Hello. Thank you so much for having us.
Oh, thank you so much, both of you, for coming on. We love to give back. We do get a decent audience on the show. We get people sometimes in the thousands. We've even had guests make like 10,000. So like, what? If just 1 out of every 1,000 gives a little something, that would make us happy. And of course, Foster Angels on Earth is one that I'm very passionate about. Me and Patty have talked about it in the past. Me and Patty are very dear friends, and I love her. I love her for coming on. I'm very happy. So, ladies, let's get started with it. Let me ask, and I guess we'll go to Kathy. How did you first get involved with the charity? How did you get this started?
So I'm a nurse by trade. That's the job that pays the bills. And when I was a nurse, I started off in pediatrics. And that was my first experience to children, foster children, usually on the other side when they're coming in, trying to be healed from traumas and stuff like that. Then years down the line, after I got married, my husband and we already had 4 kids, but we thought we were so blessed and had such a big loving family that we kind of wanted to give back, and we wanted to adopt a child from foster care. So we did. We went through the whole process. We adopted him. We didn't want to foster because we were afraid of falling in love with somebody and having them leave us. But the foster agency, I always said the foster agency we adopted him always suckered me into more and more stuff because I'm such a softie. But I started doing some contract work for them, and I would go out to medical foster children. Any foster child that had a medical problem, I would go into their home after they got relocated, and I would make sure they had everything they needed and do an assessment and teach the foster parents. And I was really naive. I always thought that when a child was in foster care, like everything was honky-dory and they had a pretty decent life. And going in the homes over and over and seeing these children relocated 4, 5, 6, 7 times just opened my eyes to a world I just thought I knew about, and I knew nothing. And I just couldn't stand back and not do anything about it. So it started back about 13 years ago, Patty, something like that.
13.
Wow.
I had a Girl Scout troop, and we started a community service project. And we just took for holiday gifts. We wanted to make some kids smile. We took about 50 kids and granted their wishes. They gave us 3 wishes. We somehow got sponsors and made them come true. And through the years, it just kind of grew and grew. In 2017, my sister has joined me for the past 7 years, I think now, right, Patty? Something like that? Yes.
7, 8, yeah.
And we became an official 501c3 because we wanted to expand our programs to the kids and offer them more services. So that's kind of how we got started.
Terrific. And Patty, what made you come in? Is it more or less just seeing the great work, or are you closely related to the subject at hand?
Truth be told, yes. As you know, unfortunately, I was not able to have children of my own, and my nieces and nephews mean the world to me.
Sure.
So when she adopted Kevin, very heartfelt, welcome, open arms. Jeff, you know the relationship I have with my nieces and nephews.
Yes.
And just seeing what he went through, seeing what my sister was trying to do and starting to do, and I've got a heart as big as my mouth, as I joke and say.
Wow.
So, and you can understand that, Jeff.
Yes.
So I just jumped in and helped what I could, and then when we saw it growing and growing, and she said, "How about we make this official?" And I said, "Let's do it. Let's do it." I said, let's help as many as we can, and it's growing and it's wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. So what are some of the programs you offer? Like what do you offer for the children, and how do you go about making that happen?
Okay, we have 3 programs that we run. 2 programs outside of the Christmas program. The Christmas program, which is near and dear to our heart. It started, like Kathy had said, and now we're working with numerous agencies, and we're covering Bucks County, Delaware County, Montgomery County, Philadelphia County, and Chester County.
Wow.
And their agencies. This year, we will probably hit, by the end of the holiday season, somewhere between 1,600 and 1,800 foster children will be receiving gifts.
Terrific.
And our other programs, we run a backpack program for the beginning of the school year, because sadly, the children in foster care receive a bag that is known to as the welfare bag. It is a state issued. So we started a program that the same children, the same counties we cover, will get a backpack filled with all their necessary school items to start. But it's a new fashionable bag, and they're all donated through programs like our holiday program. We have fundraisers. And last year we did 730 backpacks. This year was a little different because of COVID and them not going back to school. We still did it, so they had their school supplies, but it was a little different. And then the one program that is very near and dear to our hearts, we do a placement bag program. When children are placed in foster care, 99% of the time it is without warning to the foster parents who will be getting that child. They will get a call in the middle of the night. You're getting a child within 2 hours. So our placement bag has 3 days supply of clothes, toiletries, undergarments, and necessary items based on their age. It may be diapers, bottles, it may be sanitary for teenage girls. And that is, the agency will call us and say to us, we have a 12-year-old going, can we please get a bag? And we have bags. We have a surplus right now through wonderful donations. And it is a bag that they can carry with them from home to home, because the average child in foster care will move 4 to 7 times before they age out of the system.
Wow.
And sadly, they're normally moving their belongings in a trash bag.
Yeah.
So now they will have a beautiful duffel bag that they can move from home to home in.
Yeah.
Absolutely, just incredible stories already. And Patti, when I talked to her today, you said it definitely does tug at the heartstrings, and it certainly does. Kathy, tell us about some of the great success stories and some of the great success that some of these kids have, because your work is obviously got to be rewarding. Tell us about some of the great stories that come with the program.
Yeah. Early on, when the program was a little bit smaller, we would be able to do a luncheon for the kids, and we would give Santa would come and give them their presents there. And, I'm so used to my kids asking for things. And, I remember one child wanted a camera, and, I couldn't afford a $300 camera like my kids or something would ask for. But I remember I got like a knockoff camera, and I was so worried that this child would be so disappointed. And, because that's the last thing we want. We're here to make them happy. And I was afraid I would disappoint the kid. But when they opened the present, she was screaming like, oh my God. And, just seeing the smiles and knowing that they're getting smiles, knowing that we have amazing donors that are beyond generous. Like, we ask for a minimum of $40, and I would guarantee every child has at least $120 worth of toys like going out. Our sponsors are very connected. They're bonded because they get a child's name and an age and wishes. So just seeing some of the foster kids that I've trained get in permanent situations and adopted. And one of our people we sponsor, I was working for the agency when I was contracting, and I went to her home because she had adopted a bunch of, or she fostered, eventually adopted a bunch of kids. And I was going out to train her on this one child. And here, after talking to her, it was a child that I actually brought home from the hospital, and we fostered for a little while. And I got to see him in a very loving home. And I said, oh my God, like, I have baby pictures of him because I picked him up from the hospital. And that's a hot commodity in foster. I have no pictures of my son at all. So we just cried. And it's really touching to know that these kids can end up in a lovely home and loved and stable. Every kid deserves that.
That's amazing. Jewel, I don't want to cut you off. I'm going to cut you off real quick, Jewel, because I got to tell you, in all the years I've done the O Show, I think I've come to close to tears maybe once. I got a little tear jerk going on. I'm telling you the story. It's already moving me just absolutely amazingly. We don't really get too serious too often, but this has been amazing. Jewel, you have more questions. Go right ahead.
Oh yeah, no, I just want to hear great experience from Patti too. What has been one of your favorite parts?
So one of my favorite parts is something we do, and we can't unfortunately promote it because of laws. We can't take pictures of the children, but we also do a Spring Fling festival that I can tell you about. We will go to rent out a spot at a local park and invite the foster children and their foster families. We have lunch provided, games, toys, and it's just a day for the families to relax. The kids can run around, play, and getting to see that. I love kids. That to me, I mean, the Christmas program will always be near and dear, but that is something just a little special because it's not about oh, well done, guys, you did great. No one really knows we do it. So it's pretty awesome. And the parks, we have a restaurant, brought a food truck the one year, and it was kind of sad in one aspect, but the kids kept coming up, we don't have money for the food truck. And I'm like, no, go eat as much as you want. And they're like, we can have more than one piece. This one little boy, it was a pizza truck. So I think he ate 10 pieces. So It was the cutest thing ever. But things like that, that's what warms my heart. When I see the directors of the agencies that we support come to tears when we deliver the gifts, like this week, next week, it makes my holiday. I mean, I love family time and all, but this makes my holiday. Seeing these kids and the generosity of our sponsors and donors, it warms my heart, and that is the favorite. That is my favorite.
Yeah. Amazing work. I do have to ask you this, both of you this. I'm going to ask, and you could take turns answering, and whoever wants to go first. How has COVID and the recent shutdown affected your ability to reach out to these kids and affected your ability to do the best possible job?
So it's funny. I thought I'm a nurse and I'm in the field, so I see how it's affecting everything, across the board, provider groups and everything. But I thought for sure we would have a negative impact. But to our surprise, we have had an amazing response, and I feel like people have felt lucky. I guess people who are employed feel lucky. We're seeing bigger donations, and we also put some strategies in place to be safe for those who aren't comfortable. We started an Amazon wish list. So, so we got packages delivered. We would put the wish list up for the kids, and people would deliver them. And I have so much cardboard in my house, I don't even know what to do with it. But it was a huge response. We weren't expecting it. And so we're trying. And then, of course, when we're delivering, we kind of decrease the amount of people that are there, masks, gloves, the whole thing. But I'm surprised that it did not affect us negatively.
Great.
That's amazing. And it's amazing you have a surplus. How has social media helped you? Has your reach been that much more because of that? And, how do you, is that the main way you connect with people now?
Yes. Believe it or not, I know younger, we do have a Facebook page. We have an Instagram, and we do have a Twitter account. And it is amazing where it has gone. I have a woman in Florida who's like, I know you're not even supporting the kids in my area. I wish you did. I'm like, trust me, one day that is my dream. But for now,
volunteer.
Right? She sent a donation, like a card with a donation, and I'll get messages. I mean, Canada, this past year, 2 weeks ago, I got a message, and the woman's like, I live in Canada, but I heard about you. My sister lives, how social media works. It's just a click of a button, and it's been amazing this year. Amazing. We were a little worried with COVID because we do run fundraisers throughout the year, and everything we normally do had been canceled. So we were very concerned going into the season because we know what we normally do. We know the agencies that we deal with. We know, sadly, the number of children in foster care has increased, especially in the 12 to 16-year-old range.
Wow.
Yeah.
People lose their jobs. It's the trickle-down effect. So we were worried, but people were amazing. So COVID had an impact, but it didn't stop the program, which is wonderful.
Yeah, it had a huge impact on our fundraising. We weren't able to do those fundraisers, so that's why we were extremely worried coming into it. So, but everything works out. You just keep your prayers and faith up, and everything ends up working out. So, we're really lucky.
And that's terrific. We, like I said, we try to do what little we can, and I know that Patty's been involved and Kathy. And when we talked about for December, and I said to Joel, let's do charities. And she's like, great. And you guys came to mind right away, of course, Patty, because I know the tireless effort that you put forward. You said it takes up a lot of your time, but you enjoy it and you love it. And that's the important part. You have to love it.
It's my second full-time job.
I said to her, so enjoy it. She said it's her second full-time job. And that is awesome. There is a website, www.fosterangelsonearth.com. There's also, as we said, a Facebook page of the same name, Foster Angels on Earth. You can come up and you can donate. Like I said, we're taking donations right now to help you ladies out on our Venmo, which is the Yo Show, capital letters, the Yo Show. Like I said, we already got one great donation rate from a great family, and I'm just so touched by that, and it makes me very happy to be able to come on and do a little bit for you. Let me ask the both of you, because a little bit of a happier note. Let's say holidays. Are you ladies going to get together for the holidays? Is there going to be a big Hartman family thing? 'Cause I know you're close to family, but I know COVID also curves that a little bit. But what are the plans for the holidays besides doing great things for the kids?
Well, I'll let Kathy answer that because she came up with a really wonderful idea.
All right.
So we're nervous to get all together because of, COVID's on the increase, and I don't want to get my mom sick and my father-in-law. So, but I miss the big family. I mean, we're a huge, happy family, party family.
Yes.
And so I decided that I would send gingerbread houses to every, each of the families. If it was big, they would get a couple. And we're going to do a Zoom call and have a gingerbread competition.
That's great.
On a Zoom call. So I figured it was something interactive, something fun, and we'll see how it works out.
That's so cute.
There will be drinks involved.
Oh, absolutely.
That's got to happen. And I told Patty, feel free to bring one to the show. We do it. It helps us come alive. So cheers to the charity if we can. Jewel, bring up your glass. And let's do a little cheers to the ladies.
Cheers.
Oh, I don't have a glass, but cheers.
That's okay. Thumbs up to you. What we would like to do, definitely, when spring comes around and other events come around, Patty, feel free to reach out or just throw it up there on Facebook. We'll look into it, and we'll definitely invite you back and try to get more people. You got a great fan base. As we know, a lot of mutual friends came on to see it, shared it, etc. We thank you for that. Again, everybody, Foster Angels on Earth is the charity. www.fosterangelsonearth.com.
Awesome.
Don't forget, we're also doing it through the Yo Show, Venmo at the Yo Show, and every dime that we collect, all of it goes to the two charities, Kisses for Kyle, and, of course, the great Patty and Kathy at Foster Angels on Earth. Ladies, I cannot thank you enough for taking the time to come on the show. Absolutely.
It's nice to finally see you.
And Patty is actually familiar with the Tady family. So
I was going to say, who do you know?
I know Terry and Mike.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, Terry's just off on Facebook, so now we can connect again.
Oh my God, that's so funny. Small world.
Yes.
It really is. It's terrific. It's made me very happy tonight because I have spent time with the Hartman sisters. I love you very much. I love your family. You're just
love you, my dear.
Great people, and I can't thank you enough. Really just outstanding.
Thank you.
Make sure if you can, kind of get people to check us out next week for the Christmas Carol episode. It's going to be close to 4 hours. We're going to try and get more donations, talk more about your charity in the upcoming days. Patti Hartman, Kathy Oskowiak.
Thank you.
Yeah, you got it.
Perfect.
Thank you very much. Listen, we're going to try and catch up to you before the holiday to issue you the money, or I can Venmo you the money that I collect if that's easier for you as well. Because I want to make sure they get it right before the holiday, or maybe like right after the holiday, whatever, and make sure it gets in their hands.
Right.
Perfect. Thank you.
Thank you
very, very much.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely. Love you. Have a great holiday. Thank you.
You too. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
That is Patti Hartman and Kathy Oskowiak of Foster Angels on Earth. Again, there is a website, www.fosterangelsonearth.com. Sorry, Pat, I got to do the kick. I hate that kick thing. It says kick from studio. I hate that. But anyway, so again, we'll put up the Venmo for anybody that is interested. We've had several hundred people already tuning in, and we'll get several hundred more through the day, next couple of days. So it is Venmo. You go to Venmo and hit the Yo Show. And like I said, if you leave $1, $5, a nice message, $1,000, $10,000, $100,000, or whatever you want to leave, we're going to accept. We're going to issue it to Patty and Kathy, and of course next week to Dana Godfrey from Kisses for Kyle. She'll be our guest next week on our charity program. Jewel Tady, legitimately a few tears in the eyes. Doesn't happen much on the Yo Show. How do you feel? How do you feel about this program?
It's just, it's so tough, and you think of the year that we've had, and you think of the people that have had it harder, and then you think of these kids that literally are getting passed around, and these wonderful ladies that are here to help. So I loved having them on. yeah, whatever we can do, we will, shout the charity out from the rooftops, and yeah, every cent that goes to that Venmo, be sure that it's going out there. Like, you can be sure of that. So we're just trying to help. We so realize the situation. It's hit our area extremely hard. So, we're just doing what we can.
Agreed. And there's nothing I like to do more than next week, come 10:30, 11 o'clock, when our awesome guests come near the conclusion of the caroling, to shout out a great number. And even if it's not a great number, even just a decent number, just something that we can get back. Nothing made us feel better than the Bucks County Food Drive. Me and Jewel grinded for 18 hours right here. And we helped collect some money and some food. And people went out and said, hey, I saw it on the O Show. And talented artists came on and talked. And it went really great. We hope to do that again this holiday season. Of course, down the road, when COVID breaks, we'll go on the road. You will see me and Jewel. And the thing I always wanted to do, Jewel, and you always hear the radio stations do it, and they sit out like I think it's MMR or YSP. They used to sit out in the truck in the cold and take the food donations. That's the kind of stuff I want to do. I'm going to go out and be with the people and collect donations and just work for charities. It's always meant a lot to me. I always felt I'd never done enough. I feel I now have this platform that hundreds, thousands watch. A total career span, Jewel, we've reached 1 million viewers in our total history. So, like I said, if 10% of 1 million comes out and gives $1, that's great money.
It's insane. Yeah. And that's the best thing you can do when you have something like this, is just like realize, take note of the community and what they need, because everyone needs help, and especially this year. So this is just the beginning of what we're trying to do. And we can't thank these charities enough for coming on and just being a part of it. And we want to get the message out as much as possible.
Absolutely. And the thing I love, I messaged Patti and thanked her, and she thanked us as well. And that just makes me feel good right there. And talking to everybody, like even talking to Patti leading up. And like I said, I've known Patti for a long time. She's very outgoing. She talks to everybody. And she's like, I tell you, I'm nervous. But these people come on and they kill it. Like we had Gabby the other week from Santa's Helping Hands. And she's like, I'm a little nervous. She came on and just killed it. People come on, and when they believe in it, and it's a passion to do what they do, they talk about it like it's second nature.
Yeah, absolutely. And Michael too. I mean, he was so good tonight. I gotta thank him again, because it's hard. It's hard being live and straight, like, you don't know who's saying this. So we appreciate each and every one of you. And yeah, we get nervous too. That's why we just have to like calm ourselves down and get ready to roll, because the messages are important, music is important, our community is important, and and we're just trying to do our best here.
Totally agreed, and a great way of putting it as well. The community is very important, and getting people known. Yeah, we have actors all the way out from California, Hollywood, and all that come on the show as well. And we have musicians from across the world. But we also love our locals. We love our locals very much. And right now is the time to support local artists, support local shows, support local restaurants. Let's support everybody. Walmart and Target are going to live.
Local.
I know, right?
Let's because I want to help. So instead of going to Walmart or something, I'll go to the local shops. I know it can get pricey, so you just have to like pace yourself if you're going to do it that way. You can afford, because me, I'm just like, I just spent a lot there. So maybe spread it out amongst the local businesses.
Absolutely. Community is key, Marie Daniels. And we even consider the podcast a community. So, of course, support local podcasters as well. Because right now we're all out there working without some big paycheck. We're out there entertaining you all and talking and having a great time through the pandemic, trying to keep you entertained. Trying to do it through the snow, too. Jewel Taney, it's a freaking mess out there.
It is. It's like 2 feet of snow. I heard hard rain earlier. So now it's going to freeze over.
We're supposed to have snow, I think, till 10 o'clock. Then it's supposed to rain until, I think, 3 o'clock, and then snow again up until 6 o'clock. So.
Yeah, I don't know how I'm getting my car out. Thing is buried.
We're running a new program here on the Yo Show. Undig Jewel Tatey. Drop me a message at www.theyoshow215.com and say, I want to dig out Jewel Tatey. And if you're a good-looking, sexy guy, I'll give you her address.
You were doing good until now.
It has to happen eventually.
Eat your cheese.
Come on. So good, too.
Yeah.
Wash it down with some beer. Baby. I did realize something. In watching the past episodes after every week, listen to me chew on this microphone is disgusting. I'm like, ew.
I don't like to hear anyone chew.
Yeah, it's pretty
When
gross.
I go out to eat or something, I'm like, I need music. I can't hear my own self chewing. Just not happening.
I'm going to go up to the icons of people that gave us likes, loves, and other faces, Tatey family, because there's just some new names that checked us out. I want to thank some of you people. Of course, Diane Hartman Hanlon, one of the Hartman sisters. Let me move this so you can see my beard again. Call me. My man Ken Blackman in the house. Ryan Risley, thank you for tuning in. Chris McCook, Bill Hoffman, Greg Richmond, Connell Hope Bizana, Eric Herbert, just great people checking us out. We got some love from my man Kevin Johns. Kevin, thanks for tuning in. Kevin and Patty are very tight, so I knew Kevin would check it out tonight. Maria Daniels, of course. Patty Hartman, my wife Cassie, Miss Alyssa Green, Dave Biddle, Julie Hartman. Thank you, of course, for the likes. We got a surprise face from Anna Candelario Jenkins. Hello, Anna. Buddy of mine. And we got a crying face from Sharon Tatey. Tatey women.
Why?
Yeah. Poor Jewel and that guy with the big mouth. Yeah. I love my Tatey family.
The funny thing is, I don't know if it's my mom or my dad doing it. Like, someone's doing it to mess up.
No, tonight was all right, Sharon. Yeah, right.
Share that Facebook.
It might be your dad. Your dad's like sad about the guy that makes smart remarks to his daughter. Real quick, I will remind Jewel Tatey, and it's coming, and I just want to remind everybody to get an autographed copy of the brand new EP Private Island by our good friend Rachel Green right now. Just $10, folks. Venmo it. $10 to Rachel Spin, along with your mailing information. She's going to sign it, leave you a personal message on it, and send it to you. $10. Mine's coming. I can't wait. She even asked me did it get here yet. It didn't get here yet. Trust me. I hound the mailman. When the dog barks and the mailman comes, I run outside. I haven't gotten it yet, but make sure you get your copy for our good friend Rachel Green, because we love Rachel Green here on the Yo Show.
Love Rachel Green. Thank you, Rachel. I'm so excited to see you again.
I know. I can't wait till next week. I wish it was next week already.
I love her song too.
Yeah.
The one, well, I heard she's doing too. I love the one song that she picked. That's probably one of my favorite Christmas songs. Jeff, what do you think about me and you doing like a little baby at school?
We can, hey, we can do that.
Let me sit. Can you shut that door, babe?
But I won't be able to do it with you because there's going to be a special guest host next week. Maybe that person will do it with you.
Baby, it's bad out there. Maybe there's a boy that maybe have a 90% chance that will destroy your whole entire car. And
Jesus.
My car.
Oh, yeah.
And
Destroy a Lamborghini.
Rachel Green tuning in and loves us both. And of course, she gave us the heart emoji. And we love you extremely much, Rachel Green, and your mom. The Greens love you. We love you, the Greens. We want to get together and have dinner of some sort with the Greens after this pandemic ends.
That'd be great.
So excited to come on the show next week. We are too. I'm so excited for next week and the Christmas songs. And the artists, everybody was just so great to agree. And honestly, I went with the ones that we've had on recently that we love. And Rachel came to mind first. Rachel, Jody, because they've both been on the show and killed it. Unfortunately, Lisa Orlando could not join. She wanted to be in as well, but she does have an engagement that night. But we love you too, Lisa. We love all our local affiliate artists. We just want to have a big party one day to have all like kind of sing and just introduce you to everybody. Oh, yeah. The greens are up for a yo show dinner, Jewel. I could not be worse. I'd be nervous, like on camera here. The greens and Rachel Green kicks butt, and I'm going to see her in person. I'm so scared because I'm such an awe. I'd be more scared to meet Mom. Mom, you're like our #1 fan.
Miss Green's food.
We love the. Don't forget, though, folks. I'm going to bring this up here. I'm going to put this up. Don't forget on Facebook. Check out Rachel Green Sings. One of the great young artists here in our area. Her downloads are blowing up. Her new music is out there, just killing it. And of course, like I said, to get a autographed copy of her CD coming soon. Thank you to the Greens. Jewel, speaking of coming soon, let's do a quick checkup of what we got coming on to the Yo Show, and then we'll do topics. Topics kind of made their way to the end. I don't know how that happened. Anyway, we got some great stuff coming up for you over the next few weeks. Of course, December 23rd, and I'll put that picture up again. We do have the Christmas episode. We have 7 great artists for you. Danica Shirley, Jexa Ingham, Bart Chateau, Ray Coleman, David Snyder, Jody Valentine, and of course, Rachel Green are going to come on and do Christmas carols. We've got a special guest host. Jewel Tavy will be here. We're running special time, 7 o'clock. That is next week. Jewel, December 30th, we are doing a New Year's Eve FU 2020 show. That's right. It's going to be actually labeled an FU 2020 show. But it's going to be great because I scored somebody great for Jewel, and I want her to have this because Jewel's a big fan of tarot. So we have tarot card reader from Gypsy Wolf Tarot. Courtney Gross is going to be our very special guest. Let me get that picture up there. Hold on. Oh my God, I got too many pictures and too many promos to do. I'm like running out of space here. There we go. There's Courtney. Courtney is going to actually, Jewel, she's using Philadelphia-based tarot cards. He's got like a little Philly twist in him too. As well.
What?
Yeah, very cool. She's very excited about it, and I'm very excited.
Or like, oh my God, I gotta get that.
Somebody got them for her, and I'm sure we could ask her about it that night and find out about it. And she's going to be reading fortune. I want to know all about what's going to happen in 2021. I'm scared, but excited.
Don't be scared. Yeah, they're usually positive. Like the deck I have is even the so-called bad cards, you can always, like the death card means transformation. So you got to just generalize it all.
I'm a little nervous. Courtney's very cool. We talked a lot about the show coming up. She's very excited to be on and actually pretty flattered that I asked her to be on, but I know that you're in tarot cards, and I saw her ad because she's running like holiday specials. And I'm like, dude, what better to ring out the new year than to hear about, the old year than to hear what's coming up in the new year.
It's amazing. I love it. It's so much fun. You don't have to take it too seriously, but it's just, I love tarot because it's also like life advice that you would normally never think of, like, oh yeah, maybe I could look at things a different way, or you know what I mean, like it's just different perspectives. So that's why I love it. To get back to that, there are some cool tarot decks. There's like a Game of Thrones one. There's a Nightmare Before Christmas. Like they get really intricate and cool, and like it goes back to centuries. So there's some excellent decks, but it's so much fun. I'm so excited for her. We're friends now, so
awesome.
She's liked a few of my things. I liked a few of hers, so I'm so excited for Courtney to come on.
Awesome. Yeah, she's very cool. We've had great conversations about it, and she's excited to come on. I'm excited to have her, and I made sure that she picked out her pictures and what she wanted me to say and the whole 9 yards to promote. I try to do that for everybody. I don't want to just stick some picture like, hi, I'm coming on the show next week.
I really think like tarot card cleaners have cleaned up like in 2020 because everyone's like, what the hell is going on? Let me look at my tarot.
She said that. She said she's been very busy. I can understand that. So we got like a little friendship bond going on here with our honorary show mom, Alyssa Green, and the great Maria Daniels. Maria wants to come to the Yo Show picnic or dinner as well. Yes. Come on out. Come on out. Bring everybody. Bring Tina Trimpert and Robert. Bring everybody.
Michael in the parking lot ripping.
Yeah, Michael will be in the parking lot just ripping. We're going to be eating. God, it sounds like too much fun. We have a lot of fun here on the O Show. It's how we do it. January 13th, Jewel Tatey, we got a great program. Local band Moonroof will be on the show, Jewel. I'm liking it. I have liked what I heard so far, and you did a great job of scoring a couple great bands. First, Moonroof on January 13th. These guys are excellent. Check them out, local Philly band. I forgot to put this guy's picture again, Jewel Tatey. Poor guy. January 20th. Poor Maxwell Stern. I don't know why. He still doesn't have his picture on here, but January 20th, Maxwell Stern. Poor guy.
Maxwell, I'm so excited for Moonroof and Maxwell to come on. It's going to be a great Philly-filled January, let me tell you.
Tim Simmons says, sounds like a road trip. Dude, come up from Virginia Beach and have a meal with me and Jewel and the Greens and Maria Daniels, and we're bringing the Hartman sisters back, and we're just, man, the more the merrier. Like, we just love hanging out with people, especially Tim. Tim's a great time. We're actually going to see Tim. Tim, I heard you got me and my wife into camping and hiking come May. We're going out to Virginia Beach and camping and hiking.
Your wife does everything. I'm so jealous.
She's something else.
Looks amazing.
Can't slow her down. And just announced, Jewel Tatey, this is coming up in February. Don't have the exact date, so I put coming in February. Brand new group, very hot right now. I spoke to their lead singer, and the band's name is New Moon Junction. They're a country band out of Canada. It's the three of them, two girls and a guy. They agreed to come on the show. They said it sounded like great fun. The young lady that I spoke to, I just want to find it and make sure I got her name right. Tamara Madeline. That is Tamara. And she said she's going to, check with the group, get the exact date, and that's great because she also does solo work, but she's all about this band right now, and they're going to be coming on the program in February. New Moon Junction. Very excited. Jewel, I'm not afraid to bring in any kind of music now. Country music, classical music, you name it, I'm a fan of it.
I think we've hit it all, right?
I think so.
I mean, yeah, I'm a fan. I'm a fan of everyone that comes on. I mean, it's broadened my horizons. I went to Nashville last summer. I need to be like told which alley because country. I don't know. I grew up on like John Denver and Johnny Cash. So the new country, I need to like navigate around because I have an ear for like a distinct sound. As long as you sound different and not like everyone else, I'm a fan.
I agree, and I like the unique styles of what we have. Thank you again, Patty. She said, thank you again, awesome show. We greatly appreciate it. We appreciate you tuning in and joining us for your charity's sake. I do want to say that Alyssa Green, not only a great fan of the show, but just made a very nice donation that we will split amongst the two charities. Miss Green, again, thank you very much. She said she couldn't find the Yo Show, but found my name, and I do appreciate you just for finding it. So we've got some nice donations coming in for the children this holiday season. And the Greens, we love you very much. And next week we look forward to seeing Rachel on the program. So much, Jules, so much that we went through. Again, we want to thank Michael Branigan for coming on and allowing us to play his song and tell us a little something about what is going on in his upcoming music career. And of course, Patty and Kathy from Foster Angels on Earth. Everybody was great tonight. Everybody came on with just like sharp, direct, intelligent conversations. Like blown away. This is like actually becoming a real show.
No, it was great tonight. As is every week.
Mm-hmm. Very true. And next week is going to be dynamic. And the New Year's Eve, F 2020 is going to be dynamic. We just have so many great things lined up for everybody that tunes in. Jewel, let's hit some topics real quick for the people out there that like topics.
All right, do my topic first because I have something for you.
Oh, I forget what yours was, so if you'd like to say it, I will type it out. Oh, it's Eminem, right?
Yeah.
He was named best.
Wow, look
at that, man. That's a real deal. That's a pretty fat looking picture.
Guess who's lyricist of the year? Am I getting this right? That fell.
Yeah, you are. I forget how to spell lyricist. I hope that lyricist, is that right? Lyricist? Lyricist? No? Anyway, Eminem is lyricist of the year. That's a tongue twister. Who is the who's the publication, Joel, that named him lyricist of the year?
I don't know. The World magazine of music. You know, it's hard because I feel like the 90s had the best hip hop. You're laughing at me. I don't know. Do you like any rappers that are out today? There's a couple, but I feel like they change up their style so much. It's not really like MGK. I was a fan, and then he switched up his style so much. I'm like, what are you doing, dude? And then he tried to go after Eminem, and then he said that was his demise.
Credentials on what makes you great, right? Credentials.
Credentials. Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, lyricist of the year by my cousin Fred. Congratulations.
By me.
I'm not a huge rap fan. I'm more of a fan of the old generation of rap. I'm not anti-rap. I like some Meek Mill stuff. I know. Yeah, I like some of his stuff.
You almost made the list of local acts.
I forgot about that too, actually. But as far as like ones out now, I'm like, there's not many I'm a big fan of, but I do like some Meek stuff. Maybe it has to do with the Philly connection, maybe because I'm more engrossed and his stuff is more available kind of when they talk about local artists.
Yeah, I mean, there's just not like a Nas or a Jay-Z or kind of even the Roots or like most Def is probably one of the most, him and Talib Kweli, most underrated, hip hop artists of all time. But I don't know if there's anyone to that caliber. I feel like they have to grow. There was a good sketch on Saturday Night Live this week about hip hop and how the youngsters don't really know the history, but that's not for everyone. If you do your homework, you do your research, you know the history. Like that fell. Eminem won it, so he's the GOAT.
Congratulations. There's a reason. Well, there's two reasons. Number one, the reason is because we love our program and guests, so we really do make sure that we present it in the best possible way. But number two is some of the people who are future guests like to sneak on and throw their thumb and check us out, like Courtney Gross. Hello, Courtney, if you're still out there. Hello. Courtney throws a thumb up. We're very excited for Courtney. I love her.
Draw 3 cards for me. What do they say?
All right. Real quick. Now, I'm going to say that for the 30th. I'm excited for the 30th. I really am. I don't know what else we're going to have going on. It's going to be like a New Year's Eve party. I'm going to have champagne. I'm going to be drinking. I'm going to apologize to Courtney now. I'm pretty sure I'm going to be bombed.
Oh, man.
There she is, ladies and gentlemen. Hello. Aw. It's adorable. That's a great picture, too. We're very excited to have her on. And I love the fact that people check it out. And I always say, before you come on, check it out and see what we do because it's just so laid back, man. It's chill. There ain't no pressure here. People say they're nervous. I'm nervous. I'm nervous every damn week. You got to see me and Joel at 7:55 every Wednesday night. We're like, yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty bad, but we pull through. Barely.
We're very excited. We both want tarot readings. I'm going to suck up to it and have mine read.
Oh, my God.
I get scared. I get scared of future predictions.
I'm sure she'll water it down.
Now, I don't want to water down, Courtney. I want it right between the eyes.
Okay.
I want it right here.
Just don't spill all my tea, okay?
What's that?
All that out there.
Yeah. Can't wait. Very excited. So excited. I'm like so excited for the next couple of weeks. It's great stuff coming on. I promise we're going to do topics. We're going to hit topics real quick. We did your Eminem one. Oh, rest in peace, of course, to the actor Tiny Lister. You know him from the Fridays. Of course, he was part of the World Wrestling Federation back in the day. Rest in peace, Tiny. Courtney also says she's going to be bombed with you. Just kidding. Maybe semi? No. Let it rip, Courtney. I want drunken tarot reading. We'll save that for later.
Oh, my God. Drunken Tarot. Yeah.
Did it really? So we'll do like a regular tarot, and then we'll give you like a 20-minute break, and then you can relink in and do bomb tarot.
Oh my
Trust
God.
me. Trust me.
Amazing.
Courtney, I'm going to tell you this now. Go to the episode with Brianna Dale. It's episode 99. Go search back. Brianna Dale, episode 99. You want to see drunk people and stoned people being ridiculous on a talk show? Yeah.
That's all you did. Oh,
Dude,
yeah.
I still don't have the guts to watch the last half hour. I've never done it to this day. I don't have the guts to do it because you said the last half hour I truly derailed. I'm afraid to watch it. Like I have not watched it to this day.
Off the tracks. Recipes and ranking too from Annie Grace. It was so weird because we were just talking about her, and I just wanted to watch Annie. She passed yesterday too.
Aww.
She was beautiful, such a beautiful dancer and choreographer and everything. I love Annie. It's one of my favorite movies. And
Speaking of dancing, it's very sad, of course, the people that pass away. But I got to show you this because this is what we compete against, ladies and gentlemen. This video from another podcaster blogger, this got 2 million views, and I got to share it with you because it's just this ridiculous. It is called Harley is Dancing for You. And Joel, are you ready for this?
we got to do this more.
No, this we're only doing once and never again. I'm cutting it there, but Harley is Dancing for You got 1.3 million views.
What?
It's basically some chick with her yayas hanging out, and 1.3 million people watch that.
Yeah, I wonder why.
I mean, dude. I mean, I'm straight heterosexual male. Even I don't want to watch that.
Why not?
I'd rather watch the Yo Show, of course. I want to laugh. I want to be informed. I want to have a
Is that
good
supposed to be a podcast? I don't understand.
What's that?
Is that supposed to be a podcast?
I don't even know. It's another girl that has it. And I looked through YouTube and it saw like Veronica is dancing. Emily is dancing. John. So basically her blog consists of a bunch of chicks sing scantily clad. Whatever gets. Speaking of which, congratulations to Jimmy Starr and Ron Russell, who are approaching 1 billion views. 1 billion.
Wow.
Right, 1 billion. Jesus, can you imagine 1 billion?
I mean, they're established. That's where we're heading. Come on now.
I know, that's right. We're coming. We're on your way. We're at 1 million. Someday we'll be at 1 billion. Oh, geez. Looks like we're doing rapid fire topics. It's getting later and later. Jalen Hurts.
Go.
Eagles. Jalen Hurts wins his debut game. Is this the end of Carson Wentz, Joel Tatey?
Looks like it.
Looks like it. Some stores are now announcing.
Wentz jerseys.
Right. 50% off in some stores. Carson Wentz merchandise right now. 50% off. Smells like the end of Carson Wentz. Jalen Hurts takes on the Cardinals this Sunday. Should be a very interesting game. The NCAA, National College Athletic Association, is going to hear a case, or is going to have a case in front of the court to talk about student athlete compensation. Joel Tatey, should student athletes be paid to play sports?
Hell no. They're going to school for free. Like, no, they're already, revered on campus. They're heading towards the pros. Like, be in school, be a kid. Like, no, they shouldn't get paid. I'm paying to go to school. No.
A lot of people go, the coaches get this and the school gets that. Well, that's fine and dandy, but a kid.
You're a student.
You're a student. Be a student. Ray Coleman, not a fan of the Eagles. We will not talk Eagles next week when Ray comes on the program. Joel Tatey, this one, I absolutely love this one. Talk show host and actress Jamila Jamil claims that celebrities are useless. She might leave Hollywood. And
Why are you talking about it? Just go.
Right. But she said during all this pandemic time, nobody Nobody's doing anything. Celebrities aren't giving anything. They're just talking. Do this, vote for this, be this. But nobody's actually stepping up. And she said, I'm just as guilty. Useless.
No, Dolly Parton just donated $1 million and helped with the vaccine. What are you doing? Stop talking about other people and do something good.
Yeah, that's right.
Help
Stop.
people.
We're doing it on the Yo Show. We're
Yep.
into the charities. Jamil.
Don't like the negativity. Come on, people. Be
That show
positive.
sucks. She's got that show with the dudes from the Punk Show or whatever, Impractical Jokers. Jewel Tatey, Christmas is coming. Christmas dinner ideas. What are you eating this year, Jewel? Is there a standard?
So my family usually makes ham, but I'm not a huge ham person. I do love turkey. So usually they make a ham and a turkey. But yeah, I'm all about the poultry. I don't know. I like the way I cook ham, but I slather it in brown sugar and all that good stuff.
Oh, yeah.
So I don't know. Maybe I have a little piece of ham.
And
What do you usually eat? What do you eat? You
no,
don't eat ham.
Christmas pancakes.
We made
The best Christmas pancakes ever. Mwah! Chef's kiss.
Wow.
Oh,
Yeah, they're bomb. Tom was in them.
sprinkle
Sprinkles.
and love.
And Christmasness. How about you throw in the 9 days of Christmas just to celebrate?
Ask him what he ate. He eats for Christmas.
What did you eat?
So normally when my parents were around, normally it was like an Italian Christmas. We'd have stuffed shells, meatball, sausage. This year my wife and I are having a small gathering, a couple people, proper size, wolf. So we're going to have ham. I might do sausage and peppers again. They make her grandmother's baked beans, which is actually, they use bacon. It's big baked beans and bacon and the bacon grease and like a brown sugar, and they're phenomenal. I don't even like beans. But they're incredible.
That sounds awesome. I always wanted to do the 7 fishes.
I've done the 7 fishes in the past. I'm not a big fish fan, but we made sure that like we would use like lox and tilapia, like mild fish stuff I could eat. So that's a good time. I like that. I like the 7 fishes. Let me see. I have any more topics? I do have a topic. Snow, Joel Tatey. How much do you hate snow? How much are you sick of the snow? What are your predictions on the future of snow?
I love snow. I just said to my niece, I was born during a blizzard. I was born in January.
Conceived or born?
Huh?
Conceived or born?
Born?
Conceived or
Born.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, I love the snow. Bring it on. We haven't had snow in 2 years. She was 4. No, wait. Really? Yeah, it was like 2 years ago. 4. That's crazy. We need snow. We need to play in the snow. Do you want to build a snowman?
Yes. And right after this show, me and my mom will go build a snowman.
Yeah, she's up because they had virtual half day today and then they're off tomorrow.
Yeah.
That was announced. So
And Duck was so apparently lucky of having a day off.
Duck had off today too. Yeah.
Yeah, so
Not,
she
not,
gets.
not you. Shoo shoo. All right, go wrap it up.
Yeah, wrap it up. Come on.
Wow.
And you was right.
Just relax. Okay. Very special, huge thanks again to our guest Michael Branigan this evening, and a big thanks to Patty and Kathy from Foster Angels on Earth. Do not forget the Yo Show at Venmo to donate to the great charities. We're going to have them on next week. Don't forget, next week, special start time, 7 p.m. carols. Put it on. Listen to it while you're decorating the tree, wrapping gifts, and getting ready for your holiday season. December 23rd, we got professional singers, man. 7 of them cranking out Christmas carols, all being done for a great charity. Jewel Tatey, any final words before we shove off here?
I'm so excited. Everyone be safe. Stay inside. Enjoy the snow. Hopefully you don't have to go anywhere tomorrow. And yeah, we'll see you next week for some Christmas fun.
Sounds great. We will definitely see you now. We'll leave you now with the sounds of St. Ricketts Where Fire Cannot Burn at www.stricketts.com. gmail.com. For Jewel TD, I am Jeff the Shark Perini, reminding you all to get into the holiday season. Don't forget to donate to the great charities. I cried tonight. If you didn't cry tonight, you got no soul. Thank you to everybody that tuned in who is new to our show. And thank you to everybody who is the regulars, the Green family as well. We love you. Thank you, Ray Coleman. We'll see you next week as well. Good night, everybody.
Night.
And go.
Was it truly bliss and the taste of it poison deeper than you knew? Kindly answer this. Was the point of it just to reach new heights of blue? So I'm pulling the anchor and drifting away, blinded by reason beyond disarray. It's what fire cannot burn. It's what fire cannot burn. Wanted to embrace what it takes for it, pouring something to the world, willing to erase what I'd lose for it, to accept what I assume. So I'm pulling the anchor and drifting away, blinded by reason beyond disarray. It's what fire cannot burn. It's what fire cannot searching for something, destined for nothing, losing composure over and over. Truly bliss if the taste of it poison deeper than you know. Kindly answer this. Was the point of it just to reach new heights of love? So